UFO in the skies of Romania. I will introduce you to two cases from good old Romania, the homeland of Count Dracula, Vlad the Impaler, the dictator Ceausescu, the brave prosecutor K.O. Vesey, Transylvania, and many other things. An unidentified flying object was spotted over Romania. The military scrambled 2 MiG-21 fighter jets to intercept it. The air surveillance system of the Romanian Air Force detected on Tuesday, February 14, at around 12:30 p.m., a small aerial target with characteristics similar to a meteorological balloon at an altitude of approximately 11,000 meters in national airspace in southeastern Romania. Romanian authorities applied all standard procedures from the moment the object was detected, and 2 MiG-21 LanceR aircraft of the Romanian Air Force on NATO commanded combat duty took off from the 86th Air Base Fetichwai at around 12:40 p.m. and were directed to the area where the aerial target was reported. The Ministry of National Defense said in a press release. The statement notes that the pilots of the dispatched fighters did not confirm the presence of an aerial target, either visually or via onboard radar. They remained in the area for about 30 minutes to fully clarify the air situation, after which they returned to the air base. Unidentified objects over the United States and Canada as well. The American general overseeing airspace control over North America commented on the possibility that the unidentified objects could be of extraterrestrial origin after a series of shoot-downs. Reuters reported. Asked whether he ruled out an extraterrestrial origin for the 3 aerial objects shot down by U.S. military aircraft over the course of several days, General Glenn Van Herk replied, "I'll let the intelligence community and the counterintelligence community figure that out. I'm not ruling anything out. At this point, we continue to assess every threat or potential threat, unknown, that approaches North America as we try to identify it," said Van Herk, head of the North American Aerospace Defense Command, NORAD, and U.S. Northern Command. He gave a press conference at the Pentagon after a U.S. F-16 fighter jet shot down an octagonal-shaped object over Lake Huron on the border between the United States and Canada, acting on orders from U.S. President Joe Biden. This was the third unidentified flying object hit by U.S. military aircraft since Friday, following the downing of a suspected Chinese meteorological balloon on February 4, which put North American air defense on heightened alert. The UFO incident that drove a Romanian village mad, the power outage, and the appearance of a strange light phenomenon in the sky, something the residents of NDT will remember for a long time. In 2001, an unusual event occurred in the village of NDT, located in eastern Romania, according to eyewitnesses from the local population and several American tourists. On June 30 at around 10:30 p.m., the power supply suddenly went out and the entire village was plunged into darkness. This was not a big surprise for the residents of NDT. Power outages had happened before, but electricity was usually restored quickly within half an hour. This time, however, they remained without power for more than an hour. A retired professor of philology, Tenenses Agate, also lived in the village and was the first to give testimony about what happened. He stepped outside his house to check whether the entire village was still in darkness. That was when he saw a reddish light in the sky, which seemed to be approaching from the north. A gawky eye decided it was an airplane, but the light drew closer, remained motionless in the sky for a few seconds, and then a concentric ring of light emerged from it, divided into separate segments. The ring began to rotate faster and faster and gradually expand, moving closer to the ground. It became so wide that it likely encompassed the entire village. Prof. Agafi thought someone was playing a joke using some kind of high-tech device. At the same time, agricultural mechanic Dimitri Jujal was returning to Nessie on his bicycle. He also noticed the strange lights over the village and how they were expanding. He observed them for several minutes, wondering what was happening. The strange event was seen by almost all residents of the village. The next day, Prof. Agafi reported the incident to the press, and several print publications carried information about the unusual event. A commission was formed to clarify the situation. One of its members was retired Sergeant Georgios Kohal, chairman of the Romanian Association for the Study of Unidentified Aerospace Phenomena. Kohal shared that one of the main problems with such incidents in Romania is that people refuse to talk about what happened, fearing they will be considered crazy. But in the case of the NATO event, there were many witnesses. At least 50 people admitted they had seen the lights in the sky, and 7 of them provided official written statements. The commission investigating the case considered several possible explanations. One was that the light phenomenon was caused by geophysical processes in the Earth's crust. NST is located in the highly seismic Vranța region. There is considerable evidence that over such areas, especially before earthquakes, unexplained light phenomena can be observed in the sky. The most recent example is the earthquake in the Italian city of El Aquila in 2009, when there were reports of strange lights in the sky. Scientists suggest these arise as a result of strong electromagnetic fields generated by tectonic movements of certain rock layers. However, this theory was ruled out because in 2001 no significant seismic activity was recorded in the Vranța region. Another assumption was that the phenomenon could be similar to the northern lights. In 2001, solar activity was at its peak, and it is possible, though unlikely, that auroras could be observed far south of the Arctic Circle. In the end, nothing was proven with certainty. During the investigation, another interesting and unexplained fact came to light. The electric company that maintains the regional power grid had not recorded any power outage. According to its reports, the instruments registered no such event and no problem was recorded. The residents of Nessie claim they were without electricity for nearly 2 hours. They also reported seeing the glow of lights from neighboring settlements, which clearly still had power. It is hard not to make a connection between the two events, the power outage and the appearance of the strange light phenomenon in the sky. which the residents of N T will remember for a long time.
Again.